Coast Guard now says they have recovered, quote, presumed human remains from the seafloor in the area of that doomed submersible. I want to put up some video from earlier today here on Live Now from Fox as they salvage some pieces of this from the ocean floor there off the North Atlantic. According to the U.S. Coast Guard, they received debris and evidence recovered from the seafloor at the site of that Titan submersible after consultation with the international partners, investigative agencies. The Marine Board of Investigation intends to transport the evidence aboard a U.S. Coast Guard cutter to a port in the United States where they will be able to facilitate analysis and testing. United States medical professionals will conduct a formal analysis of presumed human remains that have been carefully recovered within the wreckage at the site of the incident.
The South Korean Air Force's Command and Control, which oversees anti-ballistic missile operations, is being rebranded as the Operational Center for Korea Air and Missile Defense. The transformation was marked in a ceremony on Friday. The Air Force says this will enable it to react faster and more efficiently in tracking ballistic missiles and processing and forwarding related information. KAMD formed South Korea's tripartite missile defense system, along with the preemptive strike system known as the kill chain and the Korean massive punishment and retaliation mechanism.
A successful takeoff for Virgin Galactic here in New Mexico. The company launched its first ever commercial space flight on Thursday, almost 20 years after it was founded by Richard Branson. Aboard the rocket-powered plane were 3 Virgin Galactic crew members, 2 of whom piloted the vehicle, as well as 2 Italian Air Force officers and an aerospace engineer who conducted science experiments during the flight. The rocket plane, named Unity, reached an altitude of more than 80 kilometers at the top of its climb. It's not the first ever commercial spaceflight. Jeff Bezos' company, Blue Origin, which has sent 32 people into orbit, beat Virgin Galactic in the race to take paying passengers into space.
We do begin tonight with the frightening scene today at one of the busiest airports in the country. The emergency landing at the Charlotte airport, the Delta pilots in the cockpit who got a computer signal that their front landing gear was unsafe, then flying by the air traffic control tower, where from the tower it was confirmed that the landing gear was not down. Passengers told to brace for impact, and this was the moment the plane landed without the landing gear. Inside the plane, the sounds, the images, and then moments later, you can see right there the applause for the pilots. The shaken passengers getting off the plane on that emergency slide right there. At this hour, that runway is still closed, causing flight delays and cancellations, adding to the thousands of disruptions already this week, as you know, because of other issues.